Welcome to North Dakota State Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Air Force Falcons and the North Dakota State Bison. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
North Dakota State's head coach told me before the game he understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about
and the Falcons headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And North Dakota State will have the football first as their offense heads onto the field. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. The handoff. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They want to throw it. Gets it to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. And here comes the punt team. Not a lot of room to field this one. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Falcons offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The Falcons come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Falcons can really attack on this 2nd and short. They want to run it left here. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Matthews. They're all over him. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Working that left side now. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. 2nd and long here. Defense all over him. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. Finds his target. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll move the tight end. Keeps it himself. He's past the sticks. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. Long way to go on 2nd down. Pulls it again on the option. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. They knock him down after an explosive play, and it was all because of the perfectly timed pitch. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Keeps it on the ground. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. And the Falcons back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for the edge. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Cunningham. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. 2nd down, gonna throw it. They're working that left side. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Fields the punt. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. On the option. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Keeps it himself. Pulls it on the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Pulls it. He'll keep it again on the option. Breaks into the open. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. They'll run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Matthews. Finds his tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. This is a designed run. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. The Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're going to run it. Here's a little room there. Oh, what a move to get room. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. 2nd and long here. From the gun, the ground game. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Had to force that one. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snagged in the middle, it's Hardy.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off. And even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
They want to run this quarterback. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Trying to get the corner. They stop him in his tracks, trying to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Punt is on its way. On the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Give to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Quick tempo here for the offense. 2nd down to the air. Looking for a big gain. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Looking for the edge. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Falcons want to pick up the tempo.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And, man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Throwing Matthews. Unloads to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Matthews on the play action. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
The Falcons will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Trying to make one miss. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 14 team, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Boilermakers, looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Fargo. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Sends it back in motion. On the option. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeps it himself. Pulls it and runs it again. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Man, those last 2 plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. Looking for room. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Long way to go on 2nd down. Running to the left. Good, strong tackle. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Matthews. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Drops back on first down. Setting up the screen. Steamrolls his way ahead.
Well, when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations, and I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass. You're letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on that, and you give the opposing defense now something else to think about. You've got these screens in your back pocket, and you're going to use them.
Got him on the RPO. He stopped. They'll need a bunch on second down. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. Selling the fake. Rushes on. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Pulls it in. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. Sells the run, looking to pass. Lets it fly. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. From the gun, the running back has it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Dead center perfect. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Oh, he's got some space.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Leaves it in his belly. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Pulls it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Trying to get the corner. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Trying to get started. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Give to the fullback. And he's brought down after a short gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Left side is Palmer. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Throwing Matthews. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Pull to the ground. Second and long here. He's looking to pass. Here comes the heat. Got his man. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Look out! He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Gonna take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, North Dakota State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs, impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. From the gun, looking for a man. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. It has been a quiet and somewhat forgettable game for this sophomore behind center. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Matthews. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. 3rd and long right here. Dropping back, it's Matthews. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. Looks it in. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. Got the 1st down. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Trying to establish the run. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Hand it to the back. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. They're going to test the right side with this one. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Gives it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Makes the tackle. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, North Dakota State! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And guys, after failing to get 2 last time, they'll take the safe route. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Motion from the back. Throwing Matthews. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Falcons come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, Matthews hauls it in. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They're all over it. Makes the grab. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. The Falcons go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Gets the back moving. Matthews to the air again. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Matthews. Out wide left, it's Wood. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Throwing Matthews. Still looking. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Matthews. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. The biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada, and one of the great venues, Mackey Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Air Force Falcons and the Nevada Wolfpack. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. Nevada about to kick it off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Falcons offense will get first crack at it here. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. This offense is going to be productive. He will have to play well in this one.
And I can just tell you, man, just by watching the tape of this dude at the quarterback spot, I don't like it. And I say that, I don't like it from a defensive perspective because he's just got so much speed. He can put so much stress on the defense, and it's just one guy. Break one tackle, can take it to the house, Palmer. It's a rare combination that what this guy can do. He can just take off in the blink and kill defenses.
Must be nice, because I have no idea what it feels like, but to be able to run that fast and stress a defense, that's got to feel pretty good, at least if you're on offense, right? Because not only do you have to focus on our running back, and not only do you have to focus on all of our weapons on the perimeter, because this guy can throw and hurt you as well, but you're right. If he makes you miss and he gets in the second level, this dude is gone.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking for the edge. Doing it himself again. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Quarterback keeper. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Falcons send out the punt unit. Making his first move. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Nevada Wolfpack offense takes the field, and they'll go to work for the first time. Here are the guys we expect to be impact players in this one. Hits inside. It's Balkinson. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Handoff from the gun. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Red pass, it's complete. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Falcons come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll go to the fullback. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The ride. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. They'll send the back in motion. Rush right in his face. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Falcons line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got a little space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. On the option. Keeps it, looking for room. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quarterback gets the 1st down. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Falcons racing to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. 3rd and 8. They'll run it. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker, and how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the 2nd quarter. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the 2nd quarter. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Oh, pressure's coming. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Straight ahead, it's Balkinson. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The give on the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield. Quarterback gets past the marker. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on the 2nd and long. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. 2nd and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Pulls it on the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. The Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Keeps it himself. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Quarterback keeps it. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Long way to go on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coffee. There he goes. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The pull and throw off the RPO. Taken down. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside. It's Balkinson. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Motion from the wide receiver. Fires to the big fella. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Takes the handoff. It's West. Might have a chance. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
What a run, man. I I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
From the gun, they'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Keep it on the ground. Looking for a crease. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's West. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Coffee. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The give to the fullback. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Nevada. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The kick is on its way. Searching for space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? First play of this drive. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll try to do it himself. Got a man. It's Coffee. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's not afraid to go deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Tar Heels able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. Now back to your game in Reno. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Mackey Stadium.
The Falcons will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
The Falcons now set to take over on offense. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now on second down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Rush is on. On the move to the left. Turning it on. And he slides to avoid the contact and did it just at the right moment and got the first down. And the Falcons headed quickly to the line.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough. And you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Pulls it. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. That brings us to third and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Fires to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Just drives it between the uprights. That brings him to within 1.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Gets away from one. He's got space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Motion from the back. Play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The give. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Give to the running back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Just refused to take it out of reverse. Got caught for the safety, and he might spend some time on the bench after that one.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. On the return, the clock stops for the man who is slow to get up. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it on first down. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fighting off the defender. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He's past the marker. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Looking for the edge. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. The give to the big fullback. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Some misdirection with the counter. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Handoff again. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Extending the play. He's not going to make it to the first down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the first down anyway. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. From the gun, it's Balkinson. Breaks into the open.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's going to take off. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Now on the counter. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Zings it complete to the right. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Fields the punt. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. They put the brakes on it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. They give it to him again. He's knocked down immediately, tried to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. The Falcons will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And now this offense will take the field again. The run inside. It's Balkinson. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Pulls it again on the option. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Nevada will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. And the Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. The Falcons are flying down the field. Handoff to the fullback. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Keeps it himself. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Pulls it. Keeps it himself. He'll pitch it. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got it.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He'll throw it. On the move is the 30. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Wants to throw again. A little release to the back. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going. Obviously didn't like what he on 1st down, and they use a timeout. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Nevada. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Nevada comes to the line after getting the first down. They'll move the tight end. Running the red zone. It's Balkinson. Swamped immediately. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. The give to the back. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nevada. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. The give. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Right side, it's Hardy. He goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't pick up anything, but he did save a few seconds. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Trying to get rid of it. Gets rid of it.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
They're all over him. Release to the back. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Under pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. So the offense will have at least one more shot at this after the pass interference penalty gives them an untimed down. Rashad Downs going up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. University Stadium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Air Force Falcons and the New Mexico Lobos. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Checking in with New Mexico's head coach before the game. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Lobos will kick first, and here we go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So Air Force's offense will have the football first. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. They'll be relying on him to make sure this offense is productive in this one. Trying to get the corner. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The handoff. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. Rush right in his face. He's going to run it. Got the first down himself. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And on the third play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's some daylight. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. Looking for the edge. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Hunt is on its way. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Lobos offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy
had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. On the return.
The return brings it out to the 30, and the Air Force offense will take over 1st and 10.
On the option. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The fake wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll go to the air. Turns it upfield.
Not the start the offense wanted. They punted on the opening drive, and now they're in a 4th down situation in their own end of the field. And What are you going to do if you're the coach now? I know you want to be aggressive and you want to stay on the field. You want to try to kickstart this offense, but this is a very dangerous place early in the game to gamble. I can't wait to see what his decision is.
Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
Then try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Lobos decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. This quarterback part of their running game. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll move the wide receiver. Calls his own number. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. Guys, let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you love.
He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Kick is in the air. Trying to make one miss. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Between the hashes, it's Palmer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Out wide right, it's Palmer. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And the Falcons will hustle to the line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distance.
He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Keeps it on the option. Turning it on. He's at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Falcons will line it up on 1st and 10. keeps it himself. He'll keep it again on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll ride him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They need a huge play on third and long. Tight end now in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Good right down the boulevard. The lead now 5 here in the second.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Might as well run him again. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Sells the run, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Sullivan.
Nice patience by the quarterback. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
Scanning the field, it's Lincoln. That's caught, it's Sullivan. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll test the right side. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Second and long here. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. And this one splits the uprights. That slices the lead to 2.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to...
He's loose. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through it. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll pull it down. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. It's good. The lead up to 5 in the second quarter.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Number 97, set to kick it off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the New Mexico offense onto the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Lobos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Lincoln. Back's got it on the screen. Breaks into the open. Drills him with the stiff arm. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Right side, it's Smith. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And the last 2 plays have left them in a hole as they stare at 3rd and 10. On play action. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's an interesting call, going play action on 3rd and long, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
The Lobos will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wideout. Pulls it. Sees an alley. There's some room. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown Falcons. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off.
New Mexico, 3.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for running room. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27th. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Sullivan. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Smith's got it. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Looking downfield, it's Lincoln. Makes the grab. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Got an alley. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Finds his man. Timeout taken by the offense as their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fires quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Firing to the right, complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin our wraparound with Clemson taking on the number 9 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's South Carolina on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game inside University Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at University Stadium.
And the Falcons will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6. Looking downfield, it's Lincoln. Fires to the big fella. Runs through a man. He might have some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. And the Lobos will send out the punt unit. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to get the corner. The keeper on the option. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Motion from the back. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Just a little off. Incomplete. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Just gets rid of that one. The Falcons send out the punt unit.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Snags it quickly on the left. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Lincoln. Got it in the middle, it's Sullivan. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out wide right, it's Smith. Could not make his way to the corner. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw again. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. On the move. Trying to make magic with his... It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open, but at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
The Falcons now set to take over on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Now on the move. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Falcons line up to punt it away. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Here come the Lobos to get things going on offense. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Turns out it's Sullivan. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got him downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looks as if he's going to run it. Swarmed under, 5-yard loss on the play. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Working the ground game. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. The play fake. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Falcons will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. To the air, it's Lincoln. Reels it in.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Lobos peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Can hold on in the face of the contact. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Wants to throw it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Lobos will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it back to him. All over him immediately. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for the edge. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the 1st down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll move the tight end. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. 2nd and long here. To the air. It's Lincoln. Rushes on. Good job just to get rid of that one. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the running game off the right tackle. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Just smothered on the play. 3rd and long right here. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Needs it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. To the back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Gets the back moving. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. The Falcons will punt this one away. Looking for room. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. He'll be dropped. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking for a man. It's Lincoln. Quickly to the tight end. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Lobos are in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Snapped on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Now from inside the red zone. Here comes the Heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Long way to go on 2nd down. Quarterback keep. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Dropping back, it's Lincoln. Unleashes 1. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! And now it's a 1-possession game.
And with that kick, man, we got a 1-possession game. Here's the good thing. Good news is you got all 3 timeouts. So you can kick this football deep, use your timeouts, save as much time as you can to give your offense a chance to go win this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. He'll do it himself. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Pulls it and runs it again. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They boot it away on 4th down. Trying to get started. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Sells the run, looking to pass. Dumps it to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Moves the pocket. It's Lincoln. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. The Lobos lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Wide receiver going in motion.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Look out! Just got rid of that one. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. He'll pull it down and run. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on fourth down? Snapped it, and he has to have it. Gets rid of it. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.